Hey guys, Hope can here, and I promised myself that this month I'm going to take my YouTubing seriously. I realized that I have a lot of feelings that I have to express, and I also have a lot. Sometimes I let criticism get to me. You know, when people say, "Oh, we don't like the way you dress, we don't like the way you do this," so you get a little discouraged. You're like, "Okay, so I'm trying to put myself out there. I'm trying my best with what material I can give," and you're saying, "Oh, this person is that, this person is this," so it kind of gets discouraging. But I told myself, you know what, if I have to watch my own YouTube video alone, I'll watch it. Anyway, today we are going to talk about something that I notice has been going on a lot, and that is gender wars. I've come to notice that a lot, many, not most, not all, but there's a whole group of men who actually don't like women. And at first I thought it was an online thing, but then I was having a conversation with my best friend and I realized that it's not just an online thing where men go on women's pages and they try to humble them and they try to tell you you're not all that. But remember, he didn't think that when he was slipping into your inbox originally. He thought you are all that, and just because you rejected him, now you're suddenly not all that. So it's kind of things like that. A woman is celebrating herself. She's saying, "Oh my gosh, I look so cute," and a man is going to try to humble her. You know, men used to go to war. Now they go to war on social media comments. They're like, "Ah, you're not even that hot," you know. And this is someone who's already in your inbox. When I was looking for a husband, I got shamed a lot by men mostly. Yeah, so you've expired, perhaps. You're desperate. Nobody wants you. First of all, guys, me, I take care of myself. And I look at myself in the mirror every day. I know how I look. I know who I am. So no man can humble me. Yeah, sure, they can say all the things that they want to say. "Oh, you're not this or that." But for me personally, a man's words doesn't bother me, because the same man that's telling you was 5 seconds ago worshipping the ground on which you walk and telling you how you're 10 out of 10, he'd give you the world, telling you how you look sweet 16, you know, and then suddenly now you are not that girl. And that's why for me it really doesn't bother me, because even when you post like a really, really beautiful picture, there'll always be one man who's ready to humble you, especially if your caption is "I'm so beautiful." Or look at those women who say being beautiful and child-free. There's always very angry men going after them. But let's forget about online, because those are just cowards. I literally have experienced that in real life. Guys, I've been attacked at my own house. I've had guys scream in my face in public in front of my friends, like in real life. And for me personally, no man can ever convince me that they love me when they scream at me. I grew up with a very, very gentle father. I never got screamed at. I never got beaten by him. So all I got to know the older I grew was, you can tell that a man actually doesn't like you. You see these men who come to you and they pretend like they like you just to get something from you, and then they disappear. Those guys just want to humble you. They want to be like, "Okay, this chick thinks she's so hot, but guess what? I can use and dump." Like, that's how they think. And if you tie your value to what a man has to say, you're really going to be disappointed in life, because men will go for mad women. They'll go for even toddlers, pedophiles. They'll go for a hole in the wall. So if your value is tied to someone with that logic, because for me, I believe good men don't act like that. It's men who are criminal oriented who act like that. Men who will tell you they've been con men, they've been thieves, you know, such men. And when you notice these kinds of con men, they are literally the ones, these kinds of shady men, the ones who talk about women and use slurs. You know, those slurs they use towards women, the B word, the W word, the S word, you know, we've all had it as women. And these men, because you're doing better than them, or they think you're doing better than them, they're going to start to hate you hardcore. And for me, honestly, before last year, I'd never been verbally attacked by a man and screamed at in public and called slurs, and, you know, your name is tarnished all over the place. They're saying that there's this thing, us women are so unfortunate that we get to face. Every time you reject a man, he'll go around telling everybody how you're a whore. Sorry, the W word, the S word, the B word. And for me, this has happened to me so many times. Anytime I reject a guy, whether it's, okay, not any time in real life, online, it happens 50-50 of the time. Most guys will be like, "Okay, cool." The other half will definitely tell you these words. You're the S word, you're the W word, you're the B word. So they're shaming you for being with men. So who's the main problem here? Isn't it men to be ashamed of? Because if my value decreases when I'm with you, doesn't that show that you're actually the problem? Anyway, coming to think of it, like when I think of all these people that have been around in the past 2 years, I just realized I'm so depressed. You know, you find men who gossip way more than women. You find men who are not motivated. Like, I love to be in a space where men can lead. I look at men as leaders, I look at men as providers. So if I'm seated there and you can't inspire me as a man, I just feel like I'm not with men. And you know, all you do is gossip the whole day. There's a point when every single day a man was attacking and shouting at me for a year. There's a single day he would be embarrassing me in public and screaming and calling me names and calling everybody who he knows or thinks I'm dating and calling them the S word W. Guys, this is all something very recent. And by recent, I mean it's for up to this year, up to recently. And sometimes there are whispers, like, you know, you reject someone and suddenly they want to tell the whole world how you're terrible. But it's so funny. If I was such an SW or B, how come I've not been with you though? That's the weirdest thing. Like, every time these men who say this come out, I'm like, okay, but I'm so accessible. How come you can't access me? It's so funny to be like, I'm so supposedly accessible, but for some reason, you're not able to get an S. At least a W, yeah, because those ones are selling. But a B and an S, they don't sell. They're literally giving it for free. So how am I so inaccessible, but you're not able to access? The math doesn't math up. So you guys, you see what I'm saying? And like when I look back, I notice the signs. Like you can tell a man who doesn't like you, he will not call you. If a man is telling you he likes you, just leave him alone. Don't text him. An intentional man will call you every day. He'll assure you. He will tell you you matter. He will show you that you matter. But a man that's so nonchalant, that's not a man who likes you. And I've learned to see men who hate me and men who actually just want to access me and say yes as with hope because, you know, everybody is wanting you get that kind of thing. So girls, learn your pattern so that you don't fall into a trap. Look at a man's actions and not his words. A man may tell you love you, but he's screaming at you, shouting at you. He calls women bees. If you're with a man who calls women bees, you're literally with a man who hates women. And that's the topic today. So men, what is the problem? Women, what are we doing to this men? You guys, we need each other. We need to heal and move on past the gender war and hate, because at the end of the day, God put us together to build something and leave a legacy, you know, and let his world go around. Anyway, that's my message for today, and I'll continue on the topic of the male loneliness pandemic in my next episode. I think I've covered a lot about why some men actually do not like women and how you can tell the signs. So please subscribe to my channel. I'm Hope Cayenne on all social platforms. Bye.